2. Decorah 12-14 on the season, 7-9 in conference play, and the pitch changeup fouled, third base side once again. It is 2 balls, 2 strikes. Allie Gertz at second, Megan Fitzgerald at first, with Jackie Whitman behind the plate and Jamie Jackson in the circle. Another 2-2 to Hartman, outside corner taken for strike 3. So Hartman down on strikes, good battle, but Jackson won the war, and there's one down here in the top of the first inning. Gene Groen calling the balls and strikes in game 1, and the veteran Craig Snyder at first base as Lindsey Smith will bat and take a off-speed offering low. 1 ball, no strikes. Lindsey at .320, 2 doubles, no triples, no home runs, and 6 RBI. She was 1 for 2 against Chickasaw pitching up in Decorah as the pitch goes outside. It is 2 balls, no strikes from Jackson. Vikes have been off since Friday night, a victory over MFL Marmac as that one popped into left field. Megan Crux angling into left center. She will make a one-handed catch in left center field for the second out of the inning. So one left fielder retires, the other 2 down, nobody on here in the first inning of a scoreless game for Chelsea Twait.
Right fielder, Chelsea
Twait now leading the team in hitting with .321, 3 doubles, no triples, 6 home runs, and 19 RBI. The first pitch taken outside. It is 1 ball, no strikes. Twait now in a 4-way tie on top of the Northeast Iowa Conference in home runs. She hit her 6th Thursday night over in Charles City as the pitch taken high. It is 2 balls, no strikes. Vikes will be at Southwind tomorrow night, and then week from Thursday, it's a trip to Charles City in the first round of the tournament. This pitch taken low. It is 3 balls and no strikes. 3-0. Pitch taken low for ball 4. So Twait becomes Decorah's base runner. First base runner, that is.
Pitcher, Lexi Schulten.
And a runner at first. And 2 down for Lexi Shelton. Shelton swings the first one. She's ahead of a changeup swinging and missing, and it's 0-1. Lexi at .272, 8 doubles, no triples, 1 home run, and 12 RBI. The pitch swung on and missed. Another changeup that was in the zone, and Lexi out in front of it. And snowballs 2 strikes. Shelton was 0 for 3 against Chickasaw pitching last week up in Decorah. And the pitch just missed the outside edge. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to count on Shelton. No score, top of the first inning. First of a conference doubleheader tonight here in New Hampton. The 1-2 delivery, swinging a foul at the plate. Tried another changeup, and Lexi able to get a piece and foul it off. One ball, 2 strikes to count. The pitch swung on and a ground ball foul past Coach Olson in the third base box. So we'll do it again. At 1-2. 1-2 the count with 2 down. Jackson ready, and the changeup taken inside. Runner goes, throw down to second base, and Chelsea Twait is in safely, sliding to the outside of the bag. The shortstop, Mulford, took the throw. The throw was in time, but to the home plate side of second. Twait slid to the outfield side of second as that one smacked foul. Third base side. So good battle between the 2 pitchers here, Jackson and Shelton. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat right here in a scoreless game. Top of the first inning. 2 down, and Twait the runner at second base. Jackson ready, 2-2 offering, swung on, driven, deep left field, and that ball is one hopping against the fence. Twait will score a long single for Shelton, and a 1-0 lead for Decorah. So a 2-out walk to Twait, and the Vikes make him pay for it, as Shelton will get her 13th RBI of the season. And Maria Hoyme will look to keep the inning going. She was 0 for 4 against Chickasaw pitching up in Decorah. As she swings the first one, two-hopper right back to Jackson, and a throw to first base dug out nicely at first base by Megan Fitzgerald, and that's that for the first inning. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We head to the bottom of the first inning. It is Decorah 1 and New Hampton coming to bat. And New Hampton will bat this way, leading off in center field, Raylan Webster. Batting second, the shortstop, Nicole Mulford. Hitting third at third base, Jennifer Ancrum. Batting fourth, the catcher, Jackie Whitman. Hitting fifth, the designated player, Jessica Crooks. Hitting sixth at first base, Megan Fitzgerald. Hitting seventh at second base, Allie Gertz. Hitting eighth in left field, Megan Crooks. Batting ninth in right field, Shayna Bogie. And Jamie Jackson doing the pitching for New Hampton. That lineup will face Lexi Shelton. Shelton was saddled with the loss in Decorah last Wednesday. 4 innings, 5 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned, 4 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Shelton at 6-9 on the season, 4.27 ERA, but opponents only hitting .222 against her. 101 and 2/3 innings, 113 hits, 62 earned runs, 56 walks, and 80 strikeouts. And Raylan Webster will lead things off here in the first inning from the left-hand side of the plate. And Shelton's first offering catches the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike will set the Decorah defense here momentarily as that one smacked past Peyton Jurlett and into left field for a base hit. So Webster gets on a single to start the ball game. Webster was 1 for 3 against Decorah pitching. Up in Decorah, runner at first, nobody out. And Nicole Mulford, who was 3 for 4 with 5 RBIs, bunts in the air, and it's caught by Cassie Hoyme behind the plate in foul territory, and there's 1 out here in the first inning. So Coach Seelhammer puts the bunt on, but Mulford unable to convert. Runner at first, 1 down, and Jennifer Ancrum to the plate, 3 for 5 with 2 RBI against Decorah pitching last week. Shelton's first offering got her in the helmet. So Ancrum, showing no worse for the wear, will make her way down to first base, and Jackie Whitman will bat first and second, 1 down, bottom of the first inning. A 1-0 lead for Decorah. Shelton ready, first offering, swung on and missed. A foul tip into the glove of the catcher, Cassie Hoyme. Lindsey Smith in left, Tori Hartman in center. And Chelsea Twait in right, Jenna Iverson at third, Peyton Jurlett at short, Shelby Stauberger at second, Becca Alcock at first as the changeup goes outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cassie Hoyme behind the plate and Lexi Shelton on the rubber. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch swung on a foul ball, right side out of play, so it's 1-2 on Jackie Whitman, who was 0 for 4 against Viking pitching last Wednesday. Chickasaws won that one 11-2, but 2 here tonight in New Hampton. A very nice night to play softball. Pitch swung on, popped up on the infield, and a leaping grab is made by Jurlett. She'll go to second base, back to the bag. Diving is Raylan Webster. That one didn't get up in the air enough for either of the umpires to call the infield fly rule, as Jurlett made the catch backpedaling, and she threw it behind Webster at second base, but it wasn't in time as Jessica Crooks will bat and look at the first one high. 1 ball, no strikes. Crooks 1 for 4 against Decorah pitching last week. So first and second, 2 out in the first inning of a 1-0 Decorah lead. Pitch swung on and missed. Good fastball in her half, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Webster at second, Ancrum at first. The pitch, changeup outside edge for a strike, and it's 1-2. Vikes got an RBI single by Shelton in the top half of this inning to take the lead. Lexi trying to pitch her way out of a jam here as that one fouled straight back and out of play. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Jessica Crooks. The runner at second is Webster. The runner at first is Ancrum. The 1-2 delivery swung on, popped up, left center field. Tori Hartman, the center fielder, coming in to make a two-handed catch in shallow to medium depth left center, and that's that for the first inning. One hit batter, and 2 runners left. We head to the top of the second inning. It's 1-0 Decorah. Shelby Stahlberger swings at the first one, smacks one into left field, and it's caught there by Megan Crooks to start the second inning. 1 pitch, 1 out, and Stahlberger hit it well, gave it a ride, but Crooks was right there to make the play. So there's 1 down here in the second inning. As Cassie Hoyme looks at the first one on the inside edge for a strike, 0-1. Hoyme in the last game that was on the air had a 4-for-4 night over at Charles City. Pitch swung on and missed. Change up outer half. She's up to 196, 2 doubles, 1 triple, no home runs, and 4 RBI. So 0-2 on Hoyme. Pitch just missing the outside edge. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cassie did not play against New Hampton last Wednesday. 1-2 the count, and a changeup swung on and missed. Dug out of the dirt by Whitman. She'll throw on to first base and Fitzgerald for the second out of the inning. So 2 down, and nobody on here in the second inning for Jenna Iverson. 1-0 Decorah here in the second. Jenna up to 222, 4 doubles, 1 triple, 2 home runs, and 18 RBI. She'll swing and miss at the first one, 0-1. The 18 RBI, second on the squad. She had one of Decorah's 2 RBI against New Hampton last week, as that one chopped foul on the first base side. So it's no balls, 2 strikes. So Jackson getting down to business. Gave up a loud out to Stahlberger on the first pitch of this inning, but has thrown 5 of 6 strikes since then. Outside corner on a changeup taken for strike 3. So the Vikes go quietly, 3 up, 3 down. We head to the bottom half of the second inning. It is Decorah 1 and New Hampton 0. Bottom of the second inning we go. It is 1-0 Decorah. Alexi Shelton, 2-out RBI single in the first inning. The difference, Chickasaw has had runners at first and second with 1 out in the bottom of the first inning, but Shelton was able to pitch her way out of it, getting a pop-up and a fly-out to end that threat. Megan Fitzgerald will start things here in the second inning. She was 1 for 4 against Decorah last week.
First baseman, Megan Fitzgerald.
New Hampton on a 6-game winning streak. Decorah has won 9 of their last 12. So both teams playing pretty good ball to this point, as that one grounded first base side foul. No balls, 1 strike. She'll be followed by Gertz and Crooks here in the second inning. Lexi ready, the 0-1. A changeup taken outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. New Hampton coming off a win last night over Dunkerton, 10-0. Pitch swung on, popped up right side. Hoyme towards the New Hampton on-deck circle on the first base side. She will make the catch on the foul out. And Fitzgerald retired 1 down here in the second inning. 1 down, nobody on. And Allie Gertz to the plate. Gertz 3 for 3 in the game in Decorah last week. She'll swing and foul the first pitch off. It is no balls and 1 strike. New Hampton after tonight will have Crestwood here for a doubleheader tomorrow night. And then Friday we'll travel to Lake Mills. The pitch swung on a looper into right field. It lands in front of Twait, and reaching first base on a single is Allie Gertz. So the second hit of the night for New Hampton, a 1-out single for Gertz here in the second inning, and Megan Crooks will bat. 1-0 Decorah. Crooks up in Decorah last week was 1 for 3 with 2 RBI. Runner goes, pitch taken low, throw down to second base, not in time. Throw was right on the bag. Stahlberger was kind of straddling the bag as she tried to make the catch, but Gertz was in with the slide beforehand. So it's 1 ball, no strikes the count. And now the Chickasaws with a runner in scoring position in less than 2 outs for the second time in this game as the pitch goes outside. It is 2 balls, no strikes now on Megan Crooks. Actually, they're saying it's 1-1. 1-1 delivery, swing and a miss. Lexi changed speeds well that time, and on the outside edge went the pitch, and Crooks swung and missed at it. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2, and the pitch. That one sailed outside, goes off the glove of Hoyme. And on the wild pitch, Gertz will move up to third. That did go off the glove of Hoyme, but she didn't have too much of a chance at corralling it. It's 3 balls, 1 strike. We were right in the first place. 3 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch low and inside for ball 4, I do believe. Yep. So Crooks.
Right fielder, Shanna Boji.
Will reach first base. Runners at the corners, 1 down. And Shanna Boji to the plate, 1 for 4 as the pitch swung on and missed. 1 for 4 against Decorah last week. No balls, 1 strike, count on Boji. Shelton the target from Hoyme, and the pitch goes outside. It is 1 ball, 1 strike. So we'll see if Coach Seelhammer puts anything on here in a 1-1 count with 1 down and runners at the corners. Shelton ready, and the pitch bunted up the third base side. It goes foul, so now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Boji. So a first and third situation with 1 down. Shelton was able to pitch her way out of a first and second with 1 down situation in the first. The 1-2 delivery swung on, fouled straight back as a fastball went in on the hands of Boji, and she was right on that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. The runner at third is Gertz. The runner at second is Crooks. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout there for Lexi Shelton. Her first of the night. Now Raylyn Webster, who got a single to left in the first inning, will bat. First and third, 2 down. Bottom of the second, 1-0 Decorah. And the pitch outside corner for a strike. Good movement on the first offering from Shelton. It's no balls, 1 strike. 0-1 delivery. Taking high and outside. It is 1 ball, 1 strike to count. One. Change up, hit towards second. Kicked there by Stahlberg, and it goes into shallow right field. That will allow Gertz to score and Crooks to move to second, and the Chickasaws to tie the ball game. Stahlberger was in a bit of a no-win situation there. You play back on that, and Webster is quick enough to perhaps beat that out on the infield. You charge it, and you end up kicking it. But it's an E4 nonetheless, and it's 1-1 the score as the pitch taken outside by Mulford. 1 ball, no strikes. Mulford fouled out to the catcher, trying to advance Webster on a bunt in that first inning. 1-1 the score. 1-0 delivery is inside corner for a strike, and it's 1-1. At second is Crooks. At first is Webster. 1-1 in on the hands, and a foul ball fisted to the first base side. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. One and 2 the count. And the pitch, swinging a foul right side. And we'll do it again at 1-2. Crooks still the runner at second, and Webster at first. We're tied at 1 here in the bottom of the second inning. And the 1-2 delivery, riser high, so Deuce is now wild on the number 2 hitter in the Chickasaw lineup. 2-2 the count with 2 down. The pitch, swinging a foul back to the screen, so we'll do it again at 2-2. Two-two pitch, take two. Here it is from Shelton, swinging a pop-up foul. Right side and out of play, so Chickasaw is continuing to battle pretty good at the plate. 2-2 the count with 2 down. Shelton ready, and the 2-2 offering, swinging a pop-up foul. Right side and out of play. So 2-2 pitch, take 4. Coming up. Shelton ready. 2-2 offering. Swung on. Hit towards Shelton. It's knocked down in the circle, but that's all she does with it. Shelton had to reach across her body to try to knock that one down. Got a glove on it, but couldn't corral it, so now the base is loaded. 1 in and 2 down, and Jennifer Ankrum, who was hit by a pitch in the first inning, will bat. 1-1 the score, bottom of the second inning. Lexi ready, first offering. At the letters and for a strike. It is no balls and 1 strike to count. The runner at third is Crooks. The runner at second, Webster. The runner at first is Mulford. Pitch swung on a ground ball towards third. Picked up there by Iverson onto Alcock over at first base. And that's that for the second inning. The Chickasaws get 1 on 2 hits, 1 error, and the base is left loaded. We head to the third inning. It is a 1-1 game between Decorah and New Hampton. Top of the third inning we go. It's a 1-1 game between Decorah and New Hampton. Here at Mickelson Park in New Hampton. It'll be Becca Alcock. Then the top of the order, and Tori Hartman and Lindsay Smith.
First baseman Becca Alcock.
Here in the third inning. Becca had a couple of nice clutch hits in the last conference doubleheader over at Charles City. She'll look at a strike, 0-1. Becca up to 148 with a triple and 5 RBI. The 0-1 delivery. Here's a ground ball on the first base side, foul. It's no balls and 2 strikes on Alcock. 1-1 game, top of the third. Jackson ready in the pitch. Sails outside on her. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 fisted towards second base on the ground. Picked up there by Gertz, throwing to first base and throws late. So Alcock with an infield single to start things here in the third inning. A runner at first base, nobody out. And Tori Hartman will bat. She struck out looking her first time up, 0 for 1. Infield expecting a bunt as Tori smacks one into left and a base hit. So Hartman sends Alcock up to second base, and it's first and second and nobody out for Decorah after an infield hit and a solid single to left. And the first 2 batters here in the third. And Lindsey Smith fly to left her first time up, hits a slow roller towards third that Ankrum lets go foul. And snowballs and 1 strike. Linz flew out to left her first time up in the first, 0 for 1. 1-1 game, Decorah in New Hampton. Shelton the 2-out RBI single in the first inning. And a 2-out Webster putting the ball in play in the second inning as Smith squares to bunt and ends up taking it low. Or she offered at that one, so I think it's got to be 2 strikes to nothing. There's only been 2 pitches in the at-bat. The pitch swinging a foul at the plate, so I believe it's 0-2 still. It's actually 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2, swung on, popped up right side. The catcher, Whitman, coming over towards the dugout on the first base side, will make the catch in foul ground, and that's one out here in the third inning.
Right fielder, Chelsea Twait.
So first and second with one down, and Chelsea Twait, the team's RBI leader, will stand in. Twait walked and scored in the first, and she'll take the first one low. 1 ball, no strikes. Jackson, the senior right-hander, ready. The 1-0 delivery. That one taken on the outside edge for a strike, and it's 1-1. Strike's trying to take advantage of back-to-back singles to start things here in the third. A changeup is taken low. It is 2 balls, 1 strike on Chelsea Twait. Two and 1 the count with 1 down. The 2-1 delivery swung on, popped up left field. Megan Crooks angling into left center will make a one-handed catch. Tagging at second, trying to go to third is Elcock, and they throw the ball away at third, but backing up is Jackson to avoid runner advancement. So both runners will move up on the fly ball as Becca tags up as Crooks was moving to her left, catching that ball in left center field. The relay throw between her and Mulford was thrown away, but Jackson right where she needed to be to make sure there wasn't an overthrow there, as Lexi Shelton will try to come up with another 2-out hit. Ground ball up the middle and a base hit. Scoring is Elcock. Hartman coming to the plate. She will score the second straight 2-out RBI single. This one plating 2 off the bat of Lexi Shelton, and it's a 3-1 lead for Decorah. So Shelton now 2 for 2 with 3 RBI. Here in this game with all the runs coming with 2 outs as Maria Hoyme takes a strike. Runner goes, throw down to second base. And Shelton is in there as the shortstop Mulford made the catch but couldn't hang on to the ball. It's no balls and 1 strike on Hoyme. And now Maria will bat with a runner in scoring position. She bounced back to Jackson in the first 0 for 1. No balls, 1 strike here in the third. It's a 3-1 lead for the Decorah. Ground ball to her left. Mulford will run towards center field, and it will be a base hit. Rounding third, coming to the plate is Shelton. She will score. Hoyme will go up to second on the throw, and it's a 4-1 lead for the Decorah. Maria Hoyme with an RBI single. I think the Chickasaws kind of stopped thinking that was going to be runner interference, but Craig Snyder, the base umpire, said, as that one fouled off the bat of Stahlberger, right side not a play, that Shelton was in the baseline as Mulford was trying to go after that ball. So no balls, 1 strike the count on Stahlberger, who lined out to left her first time up in the second, 0 for 1. 0-1 delivery, a changeup taken high. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. So all 4 runs coming with 2 outs for Decorah. Lexi Shelton with 3 of the RBI, and Maria Hoyme adds another. 1-1 delivery is inside for 2 balls, 1 strike. So Shelton has done her part to help her cause in the circle. The pitch swung on and missed at a change. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. A 3 spot here in the third, and the Vikes have a 4-1 lead. 2-2 with 2 down. The pitch, ground ball up the middle past Jackson. Karam towards second is picked up by Gertz. Throw to first is late. Moving up to third is Hoyme. So first and third with 2 outs still. And Cassie Hoyme will become the 8th batter of the inning. 5 hits in the frame for Decorah. 2 have been of the infield variety as Cassie Hoyme struck out swinging her first time up 0 for 1. The runner at third is Maria. The runner at second is Shelby Stahlberger. We'll see if T.O. puts the infield in motion as Hoyme smacks one into left field and a base hit. Scoring is Hoyme. Rounding third, coming to the plate is Stahlberger. She'll score without a play. A 2-run double for Cassie Hoyme and a 6-1 lead for Decorah. So Cassie Hoyme adding to the hit parades with all of the runs coming with 2 outs. As Riley Hubko will be the courtesy runner at second for Decorah.
Riley Hubka is the courtesy runner.
Hubko will run for Hoyme as Iverson will try to keep the 2-out fun going.
Third baseman, Jenna Iverson.
5 here in the third for Decorah, and the Vikes with a 6-1 lead. Iverson struck out looking her first time up in the second, 0 for 1. Change up outside edge for a strike. It's 0-1. Top of the third inning. All 6 runs have come with 2 outs for Decorah. 0-1. Outside, it is 1 ball, 1 strike. Shelton with 3 RBIs, Hoyme with 1, and Cassie with 2 as that one ground ball to first base, picked up there by Fitzgerald. She'll tag the bag to retire the side, but the Vikes have a profitable third. 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors, 1 left. Bottom of the third we go at 6-1 Decorah. 6 2-out runs thus far for Decorah, and they have a 6-1 lead as we go to the bottom of the third inning. Middle third of the order due for New Hampton, Jackie Whitman, Jessica Crooks, and Megan Fitzgerald. We'll have Decorah softball on the air tomorrow night. 7:20 will be the start time as Decorah will take on Southwind at Kilmer. And that will be the regular season finale.
For New Hampton, the bottom of the third.
Jackie Whitman.
Catcher, Jackie Whitman.
Will bat here in the bottom of the third inning. She popped a shorter first time up. And Lexi throws the first one low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Lexi's allowed her fair share of base runners through the first 2 innings, but has only allowed 1 to cross home plate to this point. 1-0. Low and inside for 2 balls, no strikes. Now the offense has given her a 5-run lead. And her herself has been responsible for 3 of those runs. Very important here to throw strikes as the pitch taken low. It's 3 balls and 1 strike on Jackie Whitman now. 3-0. And the pitch inside for ball 4. So Whitman draws the base on balls. And I think Carly Fitzgerald will be coming on to courtesy run. Fitzgerald at first base, nobody out. Jessica Crooks to the plate. 6-1 Decorah here in the bottom of the third inning. Crooks flew out to center. Her first time up in the first, 0 for 1. Shelton ready to go. Iverson in at third, expecting a bunt possibly as the first pitch outside. 5 straight out of the zone from Shelton to start things here in the third. 1 ball, no strikes to count. One-0, swung on fly ball, right center field. Tori Hartman is under it, retreating, makes a 2-handed catch in deep right center for the first out here in the third. 1 down, runner at first, and Megan Fitzgerald will come to the plate. Fitzgerald fouled to the catcher in the second, 0 for 1. 6-1 lead for Decorah here in the bottom of the third. First pitch to Fitzgerald. Popper on the infield. Peyton Jurlett and Stahlberger converging. Stahlberger makes the catch near the second base bag for the second out of the inning. So 2 down and a runner at first, and Allie Gertz will bat. She singled and scored in the second inning, 1 for 1. The pitch swinging a foul right side, not a play. It is no balls and 1 strike. Shelton's given up the 3 hits, has walked 1 walked 2 and struck out 1 to this point. The ball is 1 strike and the pitch outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. As we were talking with Coach Olson in the pregame, Decorah probably still has too many walks and errors for the comfort as the pitch flung on, popped up on the infield, right in the pitching circle. Lexi Shelton there to make the catch to retire the side. 1 walk, 1 left. We head to the 4th. It's a 6-1 lead for Decorah. Welcome back to New Hampton, everybody. Northeast Iowa Conference softball tonight. Decorah leading 6-1 as we go to the 4th inning. Coming up tomorrow night, as we talked about, Decorah at Southwind in softball. It'll be a 7:20 start time for that one. And then Friday night, we'll have Decorah and Charles City in baseball, site to be determined. 5:20 start time for that doubleheader. Latest on that one
First baseman Becca Alcock
was they're going to try to play it at Charles City. And they'll wait till Friday morning to make that decision as Alcock takes the first one low, 1 ball, no strikes. Alcock singled and scored in the 3rd as that one fisted third base side. It lands in fair territory but hops into foul territory before Whitman makes the touch of it, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Alcock singled and scored to start the 5-run 3rd inning. The pitch swung on, smacked into center field, and a base hit. So 8 hits already for Decorah in 3+ innings as Becca Alcock is now 2 for 2. Her and Shelton with 2 hits apiece. And Tori Hartman will bat. Struck out looking in the 1st, singled and scored in the 3rd. And the pitch low and inside. It is 1 ball, no strikes. (6-1) Decorah here in the 4th. Pitch blown outside, or inside I should say. It's 2 balls, no strikes. A sunny night, a warm night here in New Hampton. Temperature still about 80 degrees. Not a lot of breeze tonight. Pitch swung on and missed. Good changeup. It's 2 balls and 1 strike to count. (2-1). Changeup taken high. It's 3 balls and 1 strike to count. (3-1). Swung on and a ground ball towards 3rd. Off the glove of Ancrum. Fielded at short by Mulford. Everyone's going to be safe. 1st and 2nd. Nobody out here in the 3rd. Alcock up to 2nd.
Fielder Lindsey Smith.
Hartman at 1st, and Lindsey Smith to the plate. Smith and Iverson are the only Vikings to this point who haven't reached base. Lindsey's 0 for 2, and that's a fair ball down the left field line. Rounding 3rd, coming to the plate is Alcock. She will score. Hartman will slide into 3rd. Safety on the Lindsey Smith double. And it's a 7-1 lead for Decorah. Lindsey Smith with a double to left field to send Hartman to 3rd. And Alcock will score on the play to add on to Decorah's total. That's the 3rd double and the 7th RBI of the season for Lindsey Smith. 2nd and 3rd, still nobody out here in the 4th inning. And Chelsea Twait will bat. She walked, stole the base, scored in the 1st, flew out to left in the 3rd. Chelsea looks at the first one on the inside edge for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, and the pitch inside for 1 ball, 1 strike to count on Twait. Vikes already with 9 hits here in 3+ innings as that one smacked foul. Ooh, just to the left of the bag up the 3rd base line. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Chelsea Twait now. The error a moment ago was the first one of the night, so this is mostly having to do with Decorah putting the ball in play, and quite often putting the ball in play with a lot of authority. The pitch, changeup taken high from Jackson. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. New Hampton defeated Decorah last Wednesday 11-2. The 1-2 delivery outside for 3 balls, 2 strikes. Not too often do you have two teams not meet in a season until the 26th of June, but the weather you've had this year, not surprising. Swung on, popped up left side, foul territory. Back into fair territory is Ancrum at third, and she will make the catch for the first out here in the 4th. So 1 down, runners at second and third, and Lexi Shelton will bat. She's 2 for 2 with 3 RBI to this point. Shelton with an RBI single in the first and a 2-run single in the third. Ground ball towards third and foul. Ancrum backhanded it and touched it while it was in foul territory for no balls and 1 strike. 0-1 the count and the pitch. Changeup just missed inside. It is 1 ball, 1 strike. The RBI double for Smith a moment ago. The first run Decorah has scored tonight that wasn't with 2 outs. The pitch swung on, popped up straight back, and that one is going to land out of play. One ball, 2 strikes to count on Shelton. Jackson trying to pitch her way out of a headache here in the top of the 4th. The 1-2 delivery, a changeup is inside for 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Two-two. Swung on, a smacker foul down the third base side. So we'll do it again at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Seven runs, 9 hits for Decorah, 1 run, 3 hits for New Hampton. 2-2 delivery, swung on, smacked, and it's caught at third by Mulford, and doubled up at third is Hartman. Mulford, the shortstop, makes the catch of the hard-hit line drive off the bat of Lexi Shelton, and Hartman gets doubled up at third, and that's a quick end to a 4th inning. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, 1 left. Halfway home in game 1 of this doubleheader, it's Decorah leading by a 7-1 margin. Bottom of the 4th we go. To this point, the Vikes have scored in every inning except the 2nd. They lead it by a 7-1 margin against a squad that beat them 11-2 just 6 days ago. But a lot of softball to play, and Megan Crooks will lead things off here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Crooks walked in the 2nd inning. One of 2 walks that Lexi's given up. She struck out 1. Given up 3 hits and 1 unearned run to this point. 7-1 Decorah as we start the bottom of the 4th. The first pitch goes outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Chickasaws have had base runners in every inning, but have only scored in the 2nd. 1-0 delivery. Swing and a miss. Some hard, high heat from Lexi, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 1 the count. Shelton ready. The 1-1 offering swung on and a fly ball into right field. Chelsea Twade under it. Medium depth makes a 2-handed catch for the first out here in the 4th inning. So 1 down, nobody on. And Shanna Boji to the plate, struck out swinging in the 2nd inning, 0 for 1. Shelton ready, first offering. Paints the black of the outside edge for a strike. It's 0-1. Oh, 1 delivery, sails outside, is 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 1 from Shelton. Lexi ready in the pitch. Swung on a fly ball left center field. After it is Lindsey Smith. Lunges, can't get there. It gets between her and Hartman and goes near the fence, and standing at second will be Boji. So Boji at second with 1 down. This is the 3rd time in 4 frames the Chickasaws have had runners in scoring position with less than 2 outs. For the most part, the pitch goes outside. Shelton has been able to pitch her way out of jams, but at times she's lived a little dangerously. The pitch outside corner for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Of course, you can afford to live dangerously a bit when your offense gives you 7 runs in 4 innings. 1-1, swinging a foul. Third base side out of play. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. One and 2 with 1 down and a runner at second. Shelton ready, wheels and deals, and that one smacked in left center field and a base hit, and that's going to go all the way to the fence. Bogie will score on the double by Webster. It's now a 7-2 ball game. So Webster has been on base all 3 times. She's been up, singling in the first, reaching on an error in the second, and bringing home Bogie on a double here in the fourth. And Nicole Mulford will bat, looking to keep the fun going for the Chickasaws here in the fourth. She'll look at a strike, 0-1. Mulford fouled to the catcher, trying to bunt a runner up in the first, and got an infield hit in the second. 0-1. Changeup taken inside. It is 1 ball and 1 strike to count. One and 1 the count. The pitch. Nice fastball outside edge taken for strike 2, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes now. The 1-2 delivery. Swung on and a ground ball toward short. It's kicked there by Peyton Jurlett, and everyone's going to be safe. Second error of the night for Decorah as Jurlett had that one right in her glove and couldn't corral it. And Webster will move up to third. Mulford at first. First and third, 1 down, 1 in here in the fourth. A 7-2 lead for Decorah, and Ankrum will bat. Hit by a pitch in the first, grounded to third in the second. 0-for-1. Runner goes, pitch taken, a strike. Mulford will take second uncontested. No balls and 1 strike to count. Now Ankrum will bat with 2 runners in scoring position. And the 0-1 offering swung on and ground ball to the right side. Picked up there by Stahlberger. She's going to go to first base and get the out. Webster will score. And that makes it a 7-3 ball game on an RBI ground out by Ankrum. Runner at third, 2 down. Jackie Whitman to the plate. Popped to short in the first and walked in the third. And she smacks a single into center field. Scoring is Mulford. A 3 spot here in the fourth inning for the Chickasaws, and they battle back. It's a 7-4 ball game now. And Carly Fitzgerald will get Whitman's courtesy at first base.
Carly Fitzgerald, courtesy running for Jackie.
So a 3 spot here in the third inning. And 3 of the 4 runs that New Hampton has scored have been with 2 outs. 6 of the 7 runs Decorah has scored have been with 2 outs. And it looks like Jamie Jackson will get entered into the spot in the order. Crooks was the due hitter. She is the designated player, and Jackson, who's in the 10th spot in the order, is going to flip-flop into this spot in the order. So at least for the moment, Coach Seelhammer will lose his DP. Pitch swung on and a ground ball to the right side. Backhand stop by Alcock, and she'll move over to first base to retire the side. 3 runs, 3 hits, 1 error, 1 left. We head to the 5th inning. It's a 7-4 lead for Decorah. We go to the 5th inning, a 7-4 lead for Decorah. And Maria Hoyme will start things by looking at a strike on the outside edge. No balls, 1 strike. Hoyme grounded to the pitcher in the first, had an RBI single, and scored herself in the 3rd inning as the ground ball goes toward short. It's picked up there by Mulford, and she'll throw on to first base for the out. And one down here in the fifth inning. And Shelby Stahlberger will bat, lined out to left in the second. Singled and scored in the third inning. 1 in the first, 5 in the third, and 1 in the fourth for Decorah. As Stahlberger swings the first one, grounds one towards third. It's a fair ball. It's touched there by Ankrum, and reaching first base on the E5 will be Stahlberger. That'll be the second error of the night for New Hampton. Decorah has also committed 2 errors. As Cassie Hoyme will bat now. Cassie struck out swinging in the second inning, but had a 2-run double in the third. A 7-4 lead for Decorah as we play the top of the fifth. Runner goes, pitch taken outside, throw down to second base. Karams off the glove of Mulford. Stahlberger is going to try to go to third. The throw there is not in time. Stahlberger got up late as Gertz tried to chase that ball. And the throw ended up going to third base, and Shelby got in there standing up. So now Hoyme is batting with a runner at third and 1 down as the pitch outside of Cassie. 2 balls, no strikes to count. So an aggressive play that time. Coach Olson Wavener is the pitch on the inside edge for a strike. It's 2 balls, 1 strike, but sometimes when you're a team that struggles a bit offensively, and Decorah on the season hitting less than 300, 2-0, ground ball towards first, picked up there at first by Fitzgerald. She'll get the out, and Stahlberger sneaks home for the 8th run of the game for Decorah. So Hoyme on the 3 unassisted ground out, and Stahlberger able to sneak home as Fitzgerald caught it in front of the bag, turned her back, tagged the bag. As soon as she turned her back, Shelby was down the line from third, and she scored as Jenna Iverson will bat and look at a strike, 0-1. Iverson, the only Decorah batter yet to reach base tonight. She struck out looking in the third and grounded to first in the third as ground ball towards second is picked up there by Gertz, and she'll throw on to first base to retire Iverson. And that's that for the 5th inning. 1 run. No hits, 2 errors, and nobody left. 4.5 complete. It's 8-4 Decorah. Tori Hartman moves to the bump for Decorah.
Now pitching for Decorah is Tori Hartman.
And Hartman basically changes places with Lexi Shelton. Shelton pitcher to center field. Hartman center field to pitcher. We talked about it with T.O. in the pregame show that basically this is what you're probably going to see the rest of the way out as a rise ball swung on and missed by Megan Fitzgerald, 0-1. It's an 8-4 lead for Decorah. Vikes with 9 hits, Chickasaws with 6. Chickasaws with 3 errors and the Vikes with 2. Riser taking high. It's 1 ball, 1 strike count. Hartman threw 3 innings, gave up 6 hits, 5 runs, 2 earned, no walks, and 6 strikeouts. Last week in the final 3 innings of that game, here's a blooper towards third base, and it lands fair over the head of Iverson as a bloop single by Fitzgerald will put her on first with nobody out. It looks like Coach Seelhammer will go to his bench for a pinch runner, and it'll be Rachel Whitman. Whitman will run at first base, and Allie Gertz will come to the plate. Gertz singled and scored in the second and popped to the pitcher in the third. Hartman 6-5, a 3.10 ERA. Opponents only hitting 184 against her. The first pitch, a riser high. It's 1 ball, no strikes. 72 in the third inning, 63 hits, 32 earned runs, 50 walks, and 83 strikeouts. 1 ball, no strikes to count. And the 1-0, another rise ball, and another one high. It is 2 balls and no strikes to count. Decorah leading 8-4. They've scored in every frame except the second. The 2-0 delivery. Riser high again, and it's 3 balls, no strikes now. This is Vikings Radio, 1240 KDEC Decorah and KDECradio.net. Darren Swenson with Northeast Iowa Conference softball tonight. The next pitch taken high by Gertz, and it's ball 4. So first and second with nobody out here in the 5th inning. Decorah leading game 1 of this doubleheader by an 8-4 margin. The Vikes have scored in every inning except the second. 3 RBIs for Lexi Shelton. 2 RBIs for Cassie Hoyme. Becca Alcock is 2 for 2. As the pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Crooks walked in the second and flew out to right in the fourth. Crooks squares the bunt, takes the pitch high. It caroms off the glove of Hoyme, so both runners going to move up 60. So Whitman on the pass ball moves up to third, and Gertz moving up to second. One. The pitch, swinging a foul straight back and to the backstop. It is 1 ball, 2 strikes to count now. One, two, swing and a miss at a rise ball. Hartman gets the strikeout, second and third with 1 down here in the 5th. And Shayna Boji to the plate. Boji 1 for 2, struck out swinging in the second and doubled and scored in the 4th. First pitch inside from Hartman. It is 1 ball, no strikes. (8-4) Decorah here in the bottom of the 5th. The pitch swung on, a blooper towards first, and it lands foul. And it landed about the 45 feet mark in foul territory between home plate and first base. One ball, 1 strike to count. Whitman, the runner at third. Gertz, the runner at second. Boji stands into the right-hand side of the box, and the 1-1 delivery, a rise ball swung on and missed. High, tight, and hard from Tori Hartman. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to count now. 8-4 the score. Decorah on top, and the pitch swung on, smacked foul. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and 2 the count. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Another riser and 2 straight strikeouts and a second and third nobody out situation has made it second and third with 2 down. And Raylan Webster to the plate. Single to left in the first, reached on an error in the third, doubled, knocked in a run, and scored herself in the 4th. A tough out as the riser goes high. 1 ball, no strikes. And Coach Olson out of the third base dugout to talk to Tori Hartman and her battery. An 8-4 lead for Decorah. They got a run in the first inning, a 2-out RBI single by Shelton. Chickasaw's got a run on an error with 2 outs in the second inning. Vikes got 5 in the third. 2-run single by Shelton. RBI single by Maria Hoyme. 2-run double by Cassie Hoyme. Vikes added 1 in the 4th on an RBI double by Lindsey Smith. Chickasaw's got 3 in the 4th, and the Vikes got another run in the 5th inning. As the pitch taken high, it's 2 balls, no strikes. (2-0). Outside again. 3 balls and no strikes. And a changeup is taken low for ball 4. So with first base open and your best average hitter at the plate, that's probably not the worst thing in the world there.
Shortstop, Nicole Mulford.
And Nicole Mulford will bat. With the bases loaded and 2 down, Mulford officially 1 for 3, been on base twice. Pitch goes high. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Mulford fouled out to the catcher in the first, singled and reached in the second, reached on air and scored in the 4th. As pitch goes low and inside, it is 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0. Inside again. It's 3-0 now. From Hartman, low for ball 4. It's actually 3-1. That old sophomore mechanic of taking a year and a half to raise your hand on a strike screws you up every now and then. 3-1, that's a great pitch. Took a little something off, and it's taken at the letters on the outside edge for 3-2 now. 3-2, 2 down, bases loaded. 3-2 from Hartman, well high for ball 4. So Mulford gets an RBI the easy way. A bases loaded walk to force Whitman home. Move Gertz to third and Webster to second to make it an 8-5 game, and now the tying run on base. And Jennifer Aincrum will come to the plate, hit by a pitch in the first. Grounded to third in the second, and an RBI ground out in the fourth. This first pitch taken high. It is 1 ball, no strikes. One-0 taken high. It's 2 balls, no strikes. So Tori struggling with her command here in the fifth. 2 balls, no strikes to count. The 2-0 well high. It's 3 balls, no strikes now. Tori's walked 3 and struck out 2 in this frame. And the pitch is taken low for ball 4. So Ancrum draws the second consecutive bases loaded walk. It's now an 8-6 ball game. And a young lady that's been a tough out, Jackie Whitman, will come to the plate. Popped to short in the first, walked in the third, and got an RBI single in the fourth. So infield and battery will discuss things in the pitching circle. Two down, 2 in, bases loaded. Whitman, the 8th batter of the inning for New Hampton. It's an 8-6 lead for Decorah. Hartman delivers, and the pitch goes low. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Hartman ready. The 1-0 offering swung on, fly ball, center field. Underneath it is Lexi Shelton. She will make the catch to retire the side, but the Chickasaws get a couple. On only 1 hit, no errors, and 3 runners left. The Chickasaws have left 10 runners on through 5 innings, and at the end of 5, it's an 8-6 lead for Decorah. Jessica Crooks will now pitch for New Hampton. She will face 9-1-2 here to start things in the 6th inning, and the pitch in there for a strike, 0-1.
First baseman, Becca Alcock.
Alcock is 2 for 2. Singled and scored in both the 3rd and 4th, and a fly ball towards left center field. Raylan Webster is after it and stumbles a bit but makes the catch. And there's 1 down here in the 6th inning. Of course, the Vikes eligible for some A&J Petersburg insurance runs. They're leading in the 6th inning. Every time the Viking baseball or softball team leads in the 6th inning or beyond and scores another run, it's an A&J Petersburg insurance run outside to Hartman, 1-0. Every time that happens, $20 from A&J to the Decorah Viking Athletic Booster Club. Pitch swung on, a fly ball center field. This one a bit more shallow. Long run for Webster, and she will make it in shallow, or make the catch, I should say, in shallow center field. And quickly, 2 up, 2 down here in the 6th. Chickasaws will have Crooks, Fitzgerald, and Gertz in the 6th inning. Jackson done after 5 innings. 9 hits. His first pitch outside to Lindsay, who's 1 for 3. Lindsay Smith had an RBI double in her last time up as that one smacked down the left field line, and it will end up foul. Just foul. Just to the left of the chalk, about maybe 20, 30 feet in front of the 185 sign and straightaway left. Eight runs, and 6 of them earned for Jackson as the pitch goes high. It's 2 balls, 1 strike now. She walked 1 and she struck out 3. 2-1 the count on Smith. This pitch outside. It's 3 balls, 1 strike. Vikes have only been retired in order once in this game. That was back in the second. 3-1. Smacked into left field and a base hit. So Lindsey Smith now 2 for 4, and she keeps the inning alive for Chelsea Twait. 8-6, Decorah leads it.
Right fielder,
The Vikes now into double digits in the hit column with 10. Twait walked and scored in the first, flew out to left in the third, and popped to third in the fifth. Pitch outside, 1-0. Decorah scored in every inning except the second. 1-0 delivery swung on and a pop-up foul right side and out of play. A ball and a strike to count. 1-1 swung on, popped up, shallow center field. Raylan Webster coming in. She'll make a 2-handed catch in shallow center, and Webster records all 3 putouts in the 6th inning. 1 hit, 1 left. Bottom of the 6th we go. Chickasaws trying to continue the comeback trail. They trail it by an 8-6 margin. Bottom of the 6th we go. It's an 8-6 lead for Decorah. Vikes out hitting the Chickasaws 10-7. Decorah 2 errors and the Chickasaws with 3. Hitters 5, 6, and 7 due for the Chickasaws. Jessica Crooks, the now pitcher in the game. She batted the first 2 times in the order as the designated player. She flew out to Tori Hartman both those times. She was hit for by Jackson in her last at-bat. Jackson grounded to first. As pitch outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. 0-1 delivery. A changeup taken high. That's 1 ball, 1 strike. 2-run lead for Decorah. They've led by as big of a margin as 6-1. Pitch swinging a foul right side and out of play. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch swung on and a foul ball. Left side and out of play. One ball, 2 strikes to count. The 1-2 delivery again from Hartman. Rises high, it's 2-2. Hartman ready again, 2-2, swinging a foul back to the screen, so Crooks, the freshman, battling Hartman, the senior, pretty well. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up right here. Two again from Hartman, rises high, it's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count pitch from Hartman, swung on, popped up, straight back. Cassie Hoyme under it and foul ground will make a 2-handed catch. Just to the right of the left-hand batter's box. And there's 1 down here in the 6th.
First baseman, Megan Fitzgerald.
So 1 down, nobody on, and Megan Fitzgerald to the plate for New Hampton, trailing Decorah by an 8-6 margin. Fitzgerald fouled to the catcher in the second, popped to second in the third, and singled and scored in the 5th. First pitch out of the zone, 1 ball, no strikes. One-0, swing and a miss. Torrey took a little something off, and Fitzgerald out in front, so it's 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 the count. Hartman ready in the 1-1 offering. Swing and a miss at a rise ball. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. 1-2. Swinging a foul third base side. So we'll do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. One, 2. That one rolled outside for 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Hartman ready. The 2-2 offering. Drops low for 3-2. So Hartman all the way out to Fitzgerald with 1 down here in the 6th inning. An 8-6 lead for Decorah. 3-2 from Torrey rises high for ball 4. That's the 4th walk for Hartman. With 1 down here in the 6th inning. Fitzgerald will be at first, and Allie Gertz will be at the plate. Singled and scored in the 2nd, popped to the pitcher in the 3rd, walked and scored in the 5th. First pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. And Terry Olson going out to talk to Gene Groen, the home plate umpire, about something. Whatever it was, it must have been something minor. No balls, 1 strike count. The 0-1 delivery is taken up for 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 with 1 down. Pitch, swinging a pop-up foul, so now Hartman will work ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 coming from Torrey, swinging a pop-up foul right side. And just to our right, we sit elevated directly behind the backstop here in New Hampton. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count on Gertz, and the 1-2 delivery, a rise ball high. Torrey just hasn't gotten that command on that rise ball tonight. And credit the Chickasaws, they haven't had the ability to chase it as pitch taken low. It hopped away from Cassie for a second, but not enough to warrant runner advancement. Three balls, 2 strikes to count. Hartman ready in the 3-2 offering. Taken for strike 3. Believe Gertz was expecting a rise ball there, but got a fastball on the inside edge for strike 3, second out of the inning. Runner at first, 2 down. Megan Crooks to the plate. Walked in the 2nd, flew out to right in the 4th, and struck out swinging in the 5th as that pitch swung on and fouled back. It is no balls and 1 strike. Oh-1 delivery, swung on a fly ball towards left center field. Lindsey Smith on the run towards left center, lunges and can't get there. Rounding third, coming to the plate is Megan Fitzgerald. The throw, there won't be one. It's an RBI double with 2 outs for Megan Crooks to score Megan Fitzgerald, and all of a sudden it's an 8-7 ball game. Crooks with her first hit of the night, scoring Fitzgerald from first base. And Sydney Bogie will pinch run for Megan Crooks. She represents the tying run, and Shanna Bogie will try to get her home. Bogie 1 for 3, struck out swinging in the 2nd, doubled and scored in the 4th, struck out again in the 5th, and are only at bat against Hartman. And the pitch taken high. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Vikes led at one time, 6-1. Chickasaws have come all the way back to make it very interesting. It's 8-7 now. 1-0. High again for 2 balls, no strikes. Two-0 delivery. Sails high again for 3 balls and no strikes. Chickasaws have scored all 7 of their runs with 2 outs. There's a strike as Bogie took all the way. It's 3-1 now. Tying run at second, 2 down, bottom of the 6th, an 8-7 lead for Decorah. 3-1 delivery, inside corner, strike 2 call. Some good movement on a quick offering from Torrey. It's 3-2 now. 3-2 delivery, swinging a ground ball foul towards third. So we will do it again at 3-2. Three-two again. Check swing. She did not go, and it's ball 4. Torrey has walked 6 in an inning and 2/3. And Raylan Webster will bat for the 5th time for New Hampton. 8-7 Decorah, 2 down, runners at first and second. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. She's been on base all 4 times, and she looks at a strike. 0-1. Webster singled to left in the first, reached on an error in the second, doubled to left, knocked in a run, scored herself in the 4th, and walked in the 5th. The ball's 1 strike, and the 0-1 delivery swung on a fly ball, center field and deep. Looking up is Shelton, and that ball is gone.
0-1 for Raylan Webster, a right center field fence.
The New Hampton Chickasaws have come all the way back from 6-1 down and now lead it by a 10-8 margin. A 3-run homer for Raylan Webster, who is now 3 for 4 with a walk, 2 runs scored, and 4 RBI here in game number 1. As the first pitch taken out of the zone, 1 ball, no strikes. 9-8 the lead for New Hampton. Actually, it should be 10-8. Because it's a 4 spot and not a 3 spot here in the 6th. As the pitch taken high from Mulford, it's 2 balls and no strikes. Now the Vikes will have to rally back in the 7th inning as they trail for the first time here in game number 1. The pitch in there for a strike. It's 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Jessica Crooks now the pitcher of record for New Hampton. Tori Hartman the pitcher of record for Decorah, the 2-1. Taken up, it is 3 balls, 1 strike now. Vikes led 7-1 actually after 3.5 innings. The pitch taken for a strike, it's now 3-2. But Raylan Webster has put New Hampton on top, 3-2, taken low for ball 4. Control just hasn't been there. That's 7 walks in an inning and 2/3 for Hartman as Lexi Shelton is going to come back in this game. We'll tell you about the changes here in a moment. Jennifer Ancrum fouls one right side and out of play. It's no balls and 1 strike. Lexi Shelton, who threw the first 4 of this game, gave up 6 hits, 4 runs, 1 earned, 2 walks, and 1 strikeout. Is back in this game, pitched low and in. Runner takes off, and Mulford will take second ahead of the throw from Hoymeen. It is 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Chickasaws have come all the way back from 7-1 down, and they lead it 10-8. 1-1. Line drive caught by Shelton in the circle, and that's that here in the 6th inning. But the Chickasaws score 4 on 2 hits and leave 1. We head to the top of the 7th inning. Vikes need 2 to keep this one going. And let's recap this game as long as we got you here. We'll keep it here between innings. Vikes took a 1-0 lead in the first inning on a Lexi Shelton 2-out RBI single. Chickasaw's got one back as Raylan Webster reached on an error in the second inning to allow Allie Gertz to score to make it 1-1. Vikes got 5 in the third inning, all with 2 outs. Lexi Shelton, a 2-out RBI or 2-run single. Maria Hoyme, an RBI single, and Cassie Hoyme with a 2-run double. Vikes got another in the fourth inning on an RBI double by Lindsey Smith to make it 7-1. Chickasaw's got 3 back in the fourth inning. RBI double by Raylan Webster, RBI ground out by Jennifer Ankrum, and an RBI single by Jackie Whitman made it 7-4. Vikes got 1 in the fifth inning. Stahlberger reached on an error, stole second, reached third on an error, and got home on an RBI ground out by Cassie Hoyme to make it 8-4. New Hampton with 2 in the fifth inning on 2 bases loaded walks, an RBI double by Megan Crook, and a 3-run homer by Raylan Webster in the sixth. Made it 10-8 as Shelton swings at the first one and rolls one all the way to the fence. Lexi will be standing at second with a double to start things here in the seventh inning. So Shelton now 3 for 4 on the night as Crooks put the first one in her wheelhouse, and Lexi reaches second on a double, and now the tying run will come to the plate in the person of Maria Hoyme. It's a 10-8 lead for New Hampton. And Jack Seelheimer out to settle down his pitcher in infield. Conversation's done. Seelheimer back to the first base dugout, and Maria Hoyme will bat. She's 1 for 3. Grounded out to the pitcher in the first. Singled, knocked in a run, scored herself in the third, and grounded to short in the fifth. There's a strike to Maria. It's 0-1. The ball's 1 strike, and the pitch swung on, fisted foul up the first base side. So Crooks well ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. Crooks was the winning pitcher against Decorah. Gave up 9 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 4 walks, no strikeouts. Last Wednesday, outside corner taken for strike 3 on a changeup. Crooks with the strikeout, 1 down here in the seventh inning. And Shelby Stahlberger will bat. She's been on base twice and scored twice. The pitch swinging a foul back to the screen. It is no balls and 1 strike. Stahlberger lined to left in the second, singled and scored in the third, reached on an error and scored in the fifth. 0-1 delivery. Outside corner with a strike, and it's 0-2 now on Shelby Stahlberger. 10-8 New Hampton here in the seventh. The pitch. Just missed the outside edge. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two. Swing and a pop-up straight back foul and out of play. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes on Shelby Stahlberger. 1-2. Swing and a fly ball hit well down the right field line, but hit foul. So we'll do it again at 1 ball, 2 strikes. 10-8 New Hampton. Runner at second, 1 down, top of the seventh inning. And the pitch swung on, fisted foul back to the first base side and out of play. So we're still 1 ball, 2 strikes on Shelby Stahlberger. Raylan Webster with the big blow in the bottom of the sixth, a 3-run homer to give New Hampton a 10-8 lead. 1-2 swung on, looped foul, third base side, Ankrum after it, but it lands just in front of the fencing in front of the Decorah bench on the third base side. So Stahlberger battling tough. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat. 1-2 delivery, swung on, fouled back, so Shelby hanging in there. Shelton, the runner at second with 1 down. Crooks ready in the pitch. Blowing inside. Shelby had to skip the rope to get out of the way of that one, and it's 2-2. 2-2 the count. The pitch swung on, looped right back to the pitcher's mound, and Crooks makes the catch just in front of the circle for the second out of the inning. So Decorah's last hope for the moment here in game number 1 is Cassie Hoyme.
Catcher, Cassie Hoyme.
Hoyme struck out swinging in the second, 2-run double in the third, RBI ground out in the fifth. So Hoyme's knocked in 3 of the 8 for Decorah, and she smacks one into center field on a base hit. Shelton rounding third, coming to the plate. There will not be a play. It's 10-9. Vikes still alive. 4 RBI here in game number 1 for Cassie Hoyme, as Riley Hubka will get her courtesy at first base, and Jenna Iverson will be the batter. Iverson 0 for 3. Struck out looking in the second, grounded to first in the third, and grounded to second in the fifth. 10-9 New Hampton. We're in the top of the 7th inning with a runner at first and 2 down. The pitch on the outside edge for a strike. 0-1. 0-1. Just missed the outside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. 1-1 to Iverson. Taken for a strike, and it's 1-2. That one was right down the middle on the off-speed offering from Crooks. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Crooks ready, the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. New Hampton comes back from 7-1 down to defeat Decorah 10-9. 10 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors, and 11 left for New Hampton. 9 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors, and 5 left for Decorah. The winning pitcher, Jessica Crooks, who threw the last 2 innings for New Hampton. The losing pitcher is Tori Hartman for Decorah. So New Hampton wins their 7th in a row. They're now 20-9 on the season, 11-4 in conference play. Decorah drops to 12-15 overall, and 7-10 in conference play. We'll be back with Game 2 of the doubleheader probably shortly after 8 o'clock, as Decorah loses Game 1 by a 10-9 margin. Thanks a bunch for tuning in for Game number 1. Game number 2 coming up shortly after 8 o'clock, approximately right here on AM 1240 KDEC.